Welcome back, folks of Peter World. Today we got another banging video coming. Got him. So today we got another banging video coming at you. Today we're going to be doing a chess tier list. That's right, a chess tier list. So first, some background on how chess gets its name. So this dates back to the Human-Dinosaur War, back from 1965 to 1970. This was a series of intense battles that between the dinosaurs and the humans, which eventually led to the humans driving the dinosaurs underground, which is where fossils come from. These battles were very intense. The humans with their numbers and the dinosaurs with their strength. It was hard for either side to gain an advantage. The battles were like a game of chess, remarked historian Chester Chesterfield, which is where the game of chess gets its name. So, let's do it to it, my dudes. Let's get into the chess tier list. Look at that. So number 1, we have the Queen. So, first of all, I rank the Queen at the C on the tier list because obviously the Queen can move up, down, left, right, any sort of diagonal. That's not very creative. You're also at a huge disadvantage when you lose this piece. When you lose it, it's just, game over. The other person's going to win. But it really leaves a lot to be desired for chess 2. I can't wait till that game comes out. Next, we have the Bishop. This piece earned a place on the D spot in the tier list because it can't move in the very beginning of the game. It's stuck behind the pawns. The pawns are in the way of that piece. And also, it was pretty difficult to fit on the tier list. Picture was vertical, so I had to make it go sideways to get it to fit. That's not good for that piece. Next, we have the Rook. So this piece earned a spot on the E spot on the tier list, because it's just shoved in the corner, and you can tell the creators didn't really know what to do with this piece. And obviously they weren't planning for it to be in game, but there was an open space, so whatever. The next reason why it's down in the E tier is that your opponents are always trying to cheat by doing what they call castling, which obviously is just some made-up technique that you can't really do. I mean, come on, castling. Come on. Do you really think a piece like that could castle? I mean, come on. And also, this piece only goes straight. Only goes up or down, left or right in a straight line. And that's really just looked down upon in the society we live in today. I mean, come on, guys. Next up, we have the King. This piece earns a spot in the F tier list section. The reason being is that he's taller than the other pieces, so he's clearly compensating for who he is, The next reason is that he's just really ugly, We've all seen the piece, we know how ugly he is. The next reason is that whenever I try to sacrifice this guy to gain an advantage, I lose. I mean, come on, that's what chess is all about. You sacrifice pieces to get an advantage and, win the game somehow. Haven't figured that out yet. The next we have the Pawn. The Pawn, look at him. Look at that pawn. So this piece earned a great spot on the tier list. Look at that. He earned an A on the tier list. Because there's a lot of them, Obviously, the creators of chess really like this piece. That's why they made so many of them. He's not trapped. You can move the pawn whenever you want. Right off the bat, you can move these pawns. And that's usually as far as I make it into the game, because I lose, apparently, really early. And you can choose how and where to move this pawn. You can go one space, you can go 2 spaces forward, you can even go diagonally. And that's something that's really good for these pieces. But the only downside is that when you get to the other side of the board, you're forced to turn it into some other piece, like the Queen or the Bishop, and we already know my feelings on those 2 pieces. Next up, we have the Knight. Last and certainly not least. Love this piece. This piece earned the S spot on my tier list. The only piece to do it. Because Horsey Go Jump Jump. Chess genius. What did you think of this? What do you think of my tier list? Tell me what you think down in the comments. But haha, just kidding. I really don't care.